Hi everyone, my name is Jiatong Cui and welcome to today's our mini online courses. Our today's topic is market structures. It is the fundamental knowledge of economics, so don't worry about if you are not an economics student. I will use the simple language to teach you, and in the end you will know it better than anyone else. First, let's look at our today's agenda. There are a total 4 categories of the market structures. I will introduce you the 4 of them with details such as their characteristic. Also, I will provide examples. Finally, I will tell you some difference between each of them. So, how can we identify the market structures? There are 4 components to help us. The first one is we need to know how many firms in the market and the size of the firms. Second, we need to know the elasticity of the demand curves. It simply means that when the price changes, how the demand curves change in the market. The third one is how they compete with other firms for sales. It means that if so many firms sell the same products, how they can compete with each other for the price. The fourth one is the performance on firms to enter or exit the market. I will talk about them with further details in the following lectures. So let's talk about today's main key concept. The first one is perfect competition. It refers to a market in which many firms produce identical products. So competition forces them all to set at the market price. Therefore, firms compete for sales only on the basis of the price. That means the barriers to entry or exit the market are very low. From that, we know firms face perfectly elastic demand curve as the price determined in the market, because no firm is large enough to affect the market price. Now let me introduce you some examples for perfect competition, so you will know them better. The first example is wheat. As we all know, there are so many places can produce wheat, so it means there are many firms. In order to make the market balance, they have to sell the price at the same price, so that nobody sell it too high or too low. The second one is the street food vendors. It is also considered to be a part of the perfect competition market. Their products are homogeneous in nature, and they are priced accordingly. Consumers are free to make purchase at any vendor they prefer, and the entry or exit barriers for sellers are virtually non-existent. So do you know the Richmond net market? It is a really good example for the perfect competition. Next, monopolistic competition differs from perfect competition in that products are not identical. Each firm differentiates its products from those of other firms through some combination of differences in product quality, product features, and marketing. The demand curve faced by each firm is downward sloping, while demand is elastic. It is not perfectly inelastic. Prices are not identical because of perceived difference among competing products. Therefore, the barriers to entry or exit the firms are low. It has some pricing power. I will talk about them with the following examples. Toothpaste is a good example of a monopolistic competition. Firms differentiate their products through features and marketing, with claims of more attractiveness, whitening, fresher breath, and even of actually cleaning teeth and preventing decay. If the price of your personal favorite increases, you are not likely to immediately switch to another brand as under perfect competition. Another example for the monopolistic competition is cereals. There are so many flavors for the cereals. We can choose them by flavors such as blueberry, or some of them are made by nuts. The third market structure is oligopoly. The most important characteristic of an oligopoly market is that there are only a few firms competing. In such a market, each firm must consider the action and response of other firms in setting price and business strategy. We say that such firms are interdependent. While products are typically good substitutes for each other, they may be either quite similar or differentiated through features, branding, marketing, and quality. So the barriers to entry the market is very high. Mostly it is because economies of scales in production or marketing leads to very large firms. Demand can be more or less elastic than for the firms in monopolistic competition. Now let's look at some examples to make oligopoly market more clear. The first one is the mobile phone company. As we all know that the mobile phone company is dominated by a very few large companies and can be characterized as an oligopoly. The mobile phone company makers compete based on price, but also through marketing, product features, and quality, which is often signaled strongly through brand name. Like in Canada, we use Rogers, Bell, Telus, or Fido. The second example is the oil industry. It also has a few dominant firms, but their products are very good substitutes for each other. Like in Canada, we use Petro-Canada, Esso, or Chevron. The last market structure is monopoly. A monopoly market is characterized by a single seller of all products with no close substitutes. This fact alone means that the firm faces a downward sloping demand curve, and it has the power to choose the price at which it sells its product. High barriers to enter protects a monopoly producer from competition. One source of the monopoly power is the protection offered by copyrights and patents. Another possible source of monopoly power is control over a resource specifically needed to produce the product. Most frequently, monopoly power is supported by government. Also, no matter how the price changes, people still have to pay for the prices. Therefore, it has a significant pricing power. Now, I will illustrate some examples to help you better understanding the monopoly market structure. The first one is the BC ferries. Besides airplanes, we only can take the BC ferries to go to Vancouver. As we all know that the tickets for the ferries increase year by year, but still we need to buy the tickets so that we can go there. The second one is the electric power. Everyone needs to use electricity or water in our daily life, so no matter how the price charges, we need to pay for it. Also, there are no other company to provide us electricity and water except BC Hydros. So these two examples are really good examples for the monopoly. We finally finished talking about the market structures with characteristics in the examples. In this summary part, I found a chart to illustrate the similarities and the differences. From the chart, we can see that the perfect competition and the monopolistic competition has so many similarities. Both of them has many sellers, and the barriers to entry is low. Unlike oligopoly and monopoly, one of them has only few sellers, and monopoly has only one seller. So the barriers to entry oligopoly and monopoly is very high. Also, we can see that the pricing power is ascending order from perfect competition to monopoly. If you cannot remember so much sentence in the previous pages, you can remember this chart. It will help you understand it better. Also, I have 3 little quizzes for you. You can check how well you've done through today's mini online courses. The first question is, in which form of market structures would price be the key factor when competing? The answer is D, perfect competition. Because there are so many sellers, so the price is the key factor for them to compete to sell more products. The second question is, which of the following is not a feature of monopolistic competition? The answer is D, homogeneous products. In monopolistic competition, Firms differentiate its product from so many aspects, such as product quality, product features, and marketing. So it has different products, not homogeneous products. The third question is, which of the following is the most competitive market structure? The answer is A, perfect competition. It is similar to the question 1 because there are so many sellers. In order to gain more profit, they need to set the price more attractive. Therefore, the perfect competition is the most competitive market structure. Congratulations, everybody! You just finished today's mini online courses. Thank you all for listening. If you have any questions, please email me. Thank you again.